um the what the hell was I just saying? I just came from TikTok live. So what I'm gonna try to what was I'm having a brain fart. I was already on live for an hour, so now I'm coming on live here. I want to talk about my compass system today and about how some people have been asking me, Smitty, what is your west, east, north, south thing that you've been talking about lately? Well, I haven't posted in forever. And I have my reasons. Maybe I'll share it in this live. I'm gonna try to stay in here for an hour. No one knows I'm here, but anyways, what I want to talk about is how communication is a martial arts, and that is basically what the north, west, east, and south videos that I've been posting lately are. It's a communication martial art that I've created, and I'm very I came very unprepared right now because I came super unprepared, but we are here. I just wanted to make sure I hopped on live immediately. Let me see. Q&A? No. What's all these new like can someone say something right quick? Let me see something. I got one person in here. Say something. Say something. I'm giving up on you. So let me I need to see if let me see. No, 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 no. And then he left. That is so tragic. Anyways, I can talk to myself. Okay. I can talk to myself. That's what I can do. Okay, so let me explain some things right quick. Um, I'm gonna start off with self defense first. We'll talk about that. I need to. Do I have? I need a pen so I can start marking down the times. I don't have. Ooh, yep. Hold up. I got something. So don't do that. Exactly what we're gonna do. Where's my pencils? Where is my super suit? Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. What? Oh, the pencils must be up in here. Let me see. Hold up. Yeah, here we go. Here's my pencil. Almost fell. That would have been embarrassing. Y'all just would have heard some just stuff online. All right, so because I want to make sure this time I do my what is that called? I want to make sure that I do um the timestamps. Make sure we do that. All right, so we got this. We're gonna start right now. So we're gonna be BM. How are you guys doing so far? So we're gonna say Smitty yapping. That's how we're gonna start off. I'm gonna call it Smitty yapping, and then for the next one, we'll talk about the compass system. That's what we're gonna do. Compass system, and then maybe I'll talk about some MMA after. We're gonna talk about some MMA after Smitty. So I'm gonna say Smitty yapping and plots the live stream. And then I'm gonna say compass system. Oh, you guys are finally coming in. Say something, because I don't know if you guys can hear me or not. Okay, say something. I need you guys' help, please. Anyways, compass system. We're gonna talk about communication is a martial arts. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should start the live over because I can't tell if anyone. Whatever. Communication is a martial arts. We're going to talk about the importance of dieting. That's a good one. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for saying something. Right now, I'm plotting out the live stream right now. So I'm just letting you guys roll in right quick. And because what I want to do is I want to start making sure I do my timestamps correctly. Because if I just make the live and there's no timestamps, people don't want to, they don't rewatch the live. The importance of dieting in martial arts. Actually, this is actually a good idea because anybody has anything that y'all want to talk about, because then I can write this down and then Oh, we got 10 people. All right, guys. Before you guys leave or anything, tell me what you guys like big topics y'all want to talk about because I'm sitting here right now writing it down so I can make sure I have timestamps for later. You assholes, y'all left. Like, well, half of y'all left, but I'm doing timestamps for later, and I want to go in depth with certain topics. So right now, it's me plotting and yapping about the live stream, and then I'm gonna talk about my compass system, where I explain how communication is a martial art, and then we're gonna talk about the importance of dieting in martial arts. Right? We're gonna talk about the importance of that dieting in martial arts, and then that's all I got so far. Or let me think. What else? What else is there? I do think Justin Gaethje is going to get knocked out by Ilya Topuria. So we'll talk about Justin Gaethje. So I say Justin Gaethje is getting knocked out. I will say that. Justin getting knocked out. How's the quality? Can you guys hear the audio quality? How is that as well? What else do I want to talk about? That's all I got for you guys because no one ain't saying nothing. I'll figure it out. Okay. If I cough, by the way, I'm sorry. I just came up off the flu. I was sick. Had some relationship crisis going on, and I got sick. It's just this year has been very interesting, but we're gonna flip this year around. Oh, here we go. Learn how to flip a loss. There we go. That's what I want to talk about. Learn. That's gonna be the main topic. I think I've talked about it before, but that's something I really want to talk about. Learn how to flip a loss. We're gonna talk about that. I hate this rain. It's raining out here in California. Learn how to flip a loss. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about before I get started? No? No? Anybody want to talk about anything? Y'all got any questions? Because I'm going to write it down. We'll talk about it. No? Okay. So it is... Did this thing freeze? Okay, no. We're going to start at... We'll start at 10 minutes. So we'll give it 10 minutes for people to walk in, say what you guys say. We're in the yap session, and then I'm gonna go into what we got planned for the day. So I'm gonna talk about whatever at this point. Actually, I'll talk about my day. That's what we do while I sit here and wait for you guys to roll in. So today, I finally got back into my Muay Thai training. I have a fight coming up, March 21st, and I have an interview. I even have an interview. I don't have an opponent yet. People are ducking me for MMA, unfortunately. But I'm still gonna train like I have that fight coming up just to be prepared. And so yeah, I did my Muay Thai today. That was very exhausting. Then I jumped up and I did what else did I do next after that? Then I went to the gym. And then I did MMA practice, which was exhausting as hell. Then I turned around and then I did jiu-jitsu. That was pretty exhausting. And then I had to teach today. Damn, I did all that. Then I went. Then I live streamed for an hour on TikTok. TikTok is pretty lit, but I'm gonna have YouTube lit as well. And that's what I did today. That's exactly what I did today. All right, we're gonna get this started. So at 9. There we go. So let me talk about my compass system. Okay. Now, some people have probably noticed that I have been talking about north, east, south, and west. Okay. And I believe that communication, it is storming right now. I believe that communication is a martial art. And I have been studying communication for a very, very, very long time. And I want to talk about the polarities of each compass system. So, and I'm probably gonna actually keep talking about this because people are not gonna get it. And I have to repost that stuff. So the north, I'll start off with the south. The south is about sovereignty. It's about being connected with the self, building habits to, like, even what we're going to talk about later, learn how to flip a loss. You get what I'm saying? So That's the South. It's all about self polarity. So if you hear me, if you go to my videos, my shorts, and you look at South, you'll see me talking about just self confidence builders and stuff like that. Blah blah blah. And then you have the North, right? The North is all about motion. So once you ground yourself in a once you build up foundations for the self, then you turn around and the North is all about building motion. That's a big thing that I want to talk about when I talk about the North, because now you're grounded in the self. Now you need to be grounded in your work, your purpose, your system. You're building a system. So when you look at the North and the South, this is called vertical thinking, which is a masculine structure. Okay. It's masculine thinking. All right. And then when you have that's masculine polarity. Okay. Be good with the self, and once you're good with yourself, build a system of motion. And now you can, it's that upward trajectory. Okay. Then you have West and East, and it's more of a feminine based style, but it's just because it's feminine doesn't mean you shouldn't learn it. And one thing that I've learned, we'll start off with the West. And I think this right here is where a lot of, like, let's say like the red pill or whatever pill, even pickup artistry, a lot of that stuff lies in the West, the subconscious, like hypergamy and stuff like that. When you study the nature of how certain things are, and or even just the nature of stuff. You said Larry. What did he say? Anyways, when you study the nature of stuff and how things is, when you understand like how women act, and you understand how men act, like not like consciously but subconsciously, there's certain things that you just won't get mad about. You just will accept it for what it is. You get what I'm saying? And then you have the East, which is conscious thinking. So if the West was subconscious psychology, the East is conscious psychology. And this right here is negotiation. I guess pickup artistry does kind of live there. But like, I think a big thing for the East is rapport building. I've been studying that heavily. Like the art of small talk. That's actually one of my favorites that I've been studying lately. The art of small talk. People say they hate small talk, but that right there is how you build insight to talk to anybody and develop deep, meaningful connections. But anyways, so those are the you have you said, what are you doing up this late? Hey man, I was on TikTok live and I decided to come now, hop on live here as well, because I say this all the time. I want to go live every day, but then I don't do it. But I felt like, I was on TikTok live, so I was like, let me hop over here too and be over here for however long I can. But that's my compass system. And I'm going to talk more about it because I believe communication is a martial art. I believe that you have to, where's the O's? They ain't here. They on TikTok, dog. They on TikTok. All the girlies is on TikTok, man. They ain't on YouTube. Y'all want to know something crazy? Do y'all know that YouTube is basically all men? Did y'all know that? YouTube is male dominated. So if you're on YouTube, looking for girls, I promise you won't find it. It's a sausage fest over here. YouTube is a man cave. There we go. YouTube is a man cave. That's what it is. You say you're the real Spider-Man. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. I think that's actually a great segue. Great segue. So let's talk about dieting. Let's talk about the importance of dieting in martial arts. I think that's a real good segue, I think your diet actually affects your performance really, really in an amazing way. So like you say, you're the real Spider-Man, you're badass. It's dieting. it's the way I eat. I think that's really it. Well, also conditioning. Conditioning matters too. That matters too. That does matter. But I would 100% say that ever since I started doing MMA, I feel like I just feel like dieting has changed everything. Got any questions about that one? Um, the way like the that's why I tried to talk about food um a while ago. Well, it's on my page, but people just like it's boring, so people just cuz I'm not doing no cool tricks and stuff, so people didn't want to talk about it. But I think the days, well, no, not the days, but I think I'm kind of over trying to make long form videos. And I think it's just going to be better if I just get on live stream and talk about it. So someone said, "What did you eat today?" Well, I'm kind of fasting because I'm supposed to go from one, I was 138. Well, I started off at 140 and I'm traveling down to 125. So it's like a small progression. But what did I eat today? So, um, I've learned that you can gain muscle mass and lose weight at the same time. So what I make sure that I do is it's the protein intake that I really care about. That's really what I care about. So I like to make sure that I intake my protein morning, um, afternoon, evening, and night. So I usually take my protein tub, scoop that, and I take my oats, scoop that, dump it in some water, love water, scrub it up, and I might maybe have some eggs, but I haven't really had much food today. I am cutting a little bit. So you say short videos generate more interaction. Most human brains are programmed for quick dopamine hits. Oh, I know. Oh, I love shorts, but I've developed an audience of shorts lovers. And he said, finally caught you, bro. Good to see you. So when I start wanting to talk about deep topics, right? Especially on my long form videos, it just doesn't resonate with people. People don't want to hear that shit. They don't want to hear it. They're like, you know? And I understand it. But I think I had an epiphany today. I was like, you're sitting here scripting and making all this stuff that people don't want to see. Why don't you just hop on live and just talk to people? That's your long form video right there. Like, you know, you said, bro, I love your longer content, not your shorts. I love it too. But I just think like now I'm starting to realize like, because there's three types of creators. You could be a shorts guy, right? It used to generate a lot of money, but I think these companies figured out that they can get more engagement without paying so much. So they took that away. And then you have the classic YouTuber, which is the guys who make the long form videos. But then you have the streamer guys, right? Like Kai Cenat, what's his name? The black one, Speed. I show Speed, and they just connect with their people. And I'm a people person. This is me right here. You like I can't really show you how I am through scripts. I can't do it. It's better if you just talk to me. Plus, you got a fight coming up in March, so you should really go. You really should go live as much as possible. Exactly, I have a fight coming up, so I need to go live as much as possible. The legend Smitty, thank you. I just like when you guys talk to me in these comment sections. Like, understand when I post my videos, I get off. I get off of social media because it really does mess with your mental health. You like these girls and these guys who are like, oh my God, like everyone's so mean. It's like you're reading into it too much. Like, I know there's some actual supporters, but there's also like a lot of people that are really nasty. And I don't feel like seeing that. So I never really engage with people in the comment section. But because I'm a social person, I will engage in a live stream, and then it's hard to come in a live stream and be weird because everyone's going to, clown you. So, it is what it is. But Yeah, that was pretty. Yeah, yeah. You said I'm noticing more and more MMA, boxing, BJJ pros going live often and collabing with buzzing streamers around the time they have a fight coming up. Oh, you want to know something crazy? Just Monday. It's funny you say that. There was this guy that came in just randomly, and I was teaching MMA, and he was like, "Oh, can I come in here and can I record?" And most gyms do not let you record. But I was just like, he didn't know I was an influencer, but I was like, yeah, I don't care. Like, he said, "Oh, can I hop on the mat?" And I was like, all right, come on. He's like, "Can I train with you guys? Can I get like a session in? Come on." Right? So he's just doing all this recording and stuff. I didn't think much about it. And then apparently, I guess he's like some big time YouTuber. I don't even know who the guy is. I've never seen him. But he said he's a big time YouTuber. He said he's the smallest of the guys, and he has like 1 million followers or something. And he wants to keep coming back to the gym. And he said he was willing to like give me free promo. And I was just like, because I was nice to him. That's why you need to be nice to everyone. Like, I was just chilling. I was like, yeah, come through. But come to find out, I guess he's like some famous. I don't know. I don't even know. I don't even remember his name. I don't know. I didn't mind. I'm a cool person, and if you're nice to me, I'm nice to you. That's how I am. You said, imagine if you started going on these streams live and just being yourself. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I I know. I used to so dating apps used to have um you say any wisdom for guys with knock knees. That is crazy. I don't know what to tell you, dog. I don't know what to knock knees. Maybe what wisdom? You know what? You it's not your knees. It's it's the G's. I don't know what the fuck I said, but it sounded cool. Anyways, back to what I was saying. So it was this dating apps back then used to have live streaming. So I used to be on the dating apps, and I'll be in the live, right? And I'll be talking to all the honeys, right? Like, my live would be jumping, you know? And I would never forget, like, I even had like a little fan club of girls at one point. And it was a couple of girls, and this is before streaming was really, really big. They was like, "Smitty," they said, "if you just took the streaming thing serious, you would be huge." And I was just like, because it was only Twitch at the time. And I was like, I don't know. Girls always tell me that. They're like, "You need to be live." But I think I was too focused on trying to get the long form videos up that I just didn't use my personality. Let me see. What happened with Taylor? Why don't y'all make videos? Taylor is way out in San Diego. I talk to Taylor every day, but like, I'm in LA and she's in San Diego. That's like 3 hours away. But she has a boyfriend. So, but I talk to me. We call every single day on the phone and talk. That's my road dog. Every time before she has a competition, like, I give her game plans. Like, I'm like coach at heart, you know. But yeah, that's what she's doing. That's why we don't make videos no more. It's not that we got beef or nothing. She just is in a whole nother city. You say, "Is this Spidey Jiu-Jitsu?" Yeah. It's me. You said, "I'm talking for mixed martial arts. Any wisdom for guys with knock knees for mixed?" Like, your question is throwing me off. What do you mean? Like why do you have to specifically have knock knees? And how is that stopping you from fighting? Like, is it severe? Like, because if you was running, okay, I can understand. Like, you know, if it's track, but I mean, black people usually have a lot of knock knees, you know? Like, I don't know. Does knock knees stop you from swinging at people? I don't know. I don't know. That's such a funny ass question to me. I'm not even mad at you. It's just such a funny ass question. You said listen to these women. I know. I'm gonna do it. We're gonna do it. I was on TikTok and smashed on over here. So we're gonna I wanna get we're gonna get it. We're gonna get this all. We're gonna get this all together. By the way, let's segue. You said you the real deal, Spidey. Thank you. What's up, bros? Been keeping it. Thank you. I love you guys. So speaking of MMA, let's talk about Justin Gaethje. Justin Gaethje and Ilya Taporia. He said, I never liked your superhero rash guards, but I pray for you. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. I appreciate you. The kids love the superhero rash guards. It was for the kids. But when I get to MMA, I gotta take it off. Okay. So you say, yes, sir. What's up, bro? Been watching your vids for a minute. Very talented with the submissions and striking. Any advice for someone who has asthma and wants to pursue MMA? I have asthma. You'll be fine. I have asthma. I'm actually recovering from wheezing so damn much. You gotta push through it. Like, yeah. So that cough is like from like, yeah. I have asthma. So that's actually is crazy. You know something crazy? I think like when you have asthma, you know how to breathe through straws. You get what I'm saying? It's 11 p.m. where I'm at. So you know how to breathe through straws. And even though like my cardio seems to be like one of my biggest strengths, it's actually my lungs. Imagine if my lungs wasn't so weak. My lungs are actually weak. And even though I have an overwhelming style where I out cardio people, it's because I know that I over strengthen my lungs. You see, I like the Bruce Lee rash guard. I mean, I like the rash guards. I'm gonna get some new, I'm gonna get some new ones. But that's why we got MMA. I don't wear the superhero outfits in MMA. I don't do that. That's a jiu-jitsu thing, And yeah, but in MMA, that ain't gonna fly. That because I don't want to get knocked out looking good. I don't want to get knocked out in a superhero rash guard. That's just it. I don't want to get knocked out, or dropped. It's just embarrassing. They're gonna. I'm gonna wear something slick and cool in MMA. Justin. Okay, yeah. Let's go back to Justin Gaethje. Let me see. We'll start the Justin Gaethje. You gonna focus on boxing? No, I'm in the cage. I've been doing the cage. You say you bring the Jew to the. Justin Gaethje is a legend, but look, man. Justin Gaethje is getting knocked out by Ilya Taporia. Justin Gaethje is getting knocked out by Ilya Taporia. It's like it's a no-brainer, dog. I'm sorry. They know what they wrong for what they doing. They wrong for this because they put it on the White House card. You said I finally joined a competition focused gym with all the colored belts. Fuck yeah, man. Tell me about it. What you've been working on. But Justin Gaethje, look, bro. When I seen that, and then Justin's like, I deserve a title shot. I'm like, dog. That performance with Paddy Pimblett was so terrible. It was terrible on both of their parts. It was like Paddy had no IQ to adjust in that fight. It's crazy. It's insane. Someone just said, my bad, are you going to add boxing to your mixed style? I study boxing every day now. And that's what Paddy Pimblett should have been studying. Because all he had to simply do was circle around. I don't know how is it that he kept backing up and it's not registering to you that when you get close to that cage, you're getting dropped. And then when you circle around him, you're beating him up. It was, and then Justin was predictably slipping to the same direction. I was looking at that and I was like, he's getting knocked out. And it was a couple of times, and then he was eye poking Paddy. I'm not even a Paddy fan, but he was eye poking him. And then they're trying to make it seem like you said, "Be good, brother. It's 11 a.m. over here. 2-hour gym session." Yeah, get you some rest, man. Get you some rest. That's a long time to be working out, man. I've been working out crazy too. You think Patty would do any better? No, he wouldn't. But it would have been entertaining. Damn it! Thank you, Rob, for the gifts. I big appreciate you if you're still here. Thank you for it. Look, Patty wouldn't have done any better, but the press conference was going to be legendary. It was going to be legendary. I promise you that press conference was going to be legendary. It was going to be great. I needed a delusional Patty, and he, like, a delusional Patty would have said the most salacious, ignorant stuff to Taporia. But now we have a humble Patty. I know Patty knows now. I know Patty knows that he can't beat Ilya Taporia. Let me see. If you knew who's scouting you, you would laugh. Who's scouting me? That's funny. Who is scouting me? You think Pat? No. Man, Justin's story is kind of sad right now, like depressing. He doesn't have a plan after fighting. Man, look. Let's talk about that. This is why I have been posting like communication, music, art, like it's, oh my gosh, that's something I want to talk about. Let me write that down. Like what to do after fighting. Actually, we can talk about that right now. That's good to get that. We're gonna talk about that right now. I want that mixed up with Justin Gaethje. This Justin Gaethje topic. Like, people do not understand that fighting takes so much out of you that when it's all said and done, you like for example, me. Let me show you me, for example. Now, luckily, I have other avenues because I knew to like desperately hunt for other skill sets. But let's just talk about what fighting has done for my life. I got up at 5 a.m, okay? Went to the gym, the public gym, to reconstruct my shoulder, make sure my shoulder's on point. And then at 7 a.m, I went to Muay Thai. Okay? Then from 7 to 8 a.m, this is just please, guys, just listen. And I am not a professional fighter. I'm an amateur fighter. 7 to 8, Muay Thai. Left there, smashed over back to the public gym again to go into the sauna. By the time I get to the sauna, or by the time I get out, and I'm in the sauna for like 20 minutes. Today I did 15 minutes. It was a little bit unbearable. I finally got back to training from having the flu, right? So I did 15 minutes this time. It was like about 9:15 a.m. or 9:20 around this time. I went home, took a nap. Got up at 10 a.m. Okay? Then, after 10 a.m., turned around and had to go to MMA practice. Did MMA practice for an hour, right? Then after that, went directly from MMA practice to jiu-jitsu and walked in about jiu-jitsu. Sometimes I miss the lessons. It's like 1 p.m. Yeah, it's like 1 p.m. by this time, okay? Because MMA was 11 p.m. to 11 a.m. to 12, okay? Now I'm at jiu-jitsu to about 2:30, right? Roughly around that time. Do y'all see that big gap of what just happened? Then I went home, and I wanted to get on live at that time around like 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock. I wanted to get on live around that time. I was so tired, I fell asleep. Woke up around 6:30. Had to be back at jiu-jitsu and teach from 7:30 to 8:30. I'm an amateur fighter. What do you think these guys are doing? What do you think they're doing? So you spend all this time training, trying to hone your craft, just for at the end of the tunnel, nothing to be there. You see that? And then people clown fighters when they like people do not understand why it's so important for fighters to build other techniques and skills. This is why I've been trying to show, like, me talking about, I haven't shown it to you guys. I don't think I've shown everything, but I've been trying to develop, like, maybe me talking about communication, building a audience that of me talking about communication skills. I want to build an audience of me showing me drawing art. Like, I draw with both hands. I want to show, maybe build a music career or something. Because at the end of the tunnel, there's nothing there for you. There's nothing there but glory. No, the ashes of your past glories. That's why I feel so sorry for Dustin Poirier, because he never became a champion. That's why Ronda Rousey is hopping back in the cage. There's no glory after this. It's just like of what you was. Anyways, my bad. Are you going to add boxing into your mixed style? I think I already explained that. Yes, I study boxing every day. You think Patty would do any better against Ilia Topuria? Nope. Especially not now. You said I think he was gassed out after the second round. My bad, guys. I'm catching up with you guys. It's not fair. Patty had all these years to get better. If they fought water bottle night, Topuria murks him. Yeah. I think, honestly, I never expected Patty to beat Topuria. I never expected. It was just, I just knew that press conference was going to be legendary. I knew the press. And then, like, Topuria just lost his girl. The memes was going to be so damn funny. The memes is going to be incredible. I think Peyton Tabit would be an amazing content creator. Yeah, but the problem is, you guys don't know what goes into doing all this. It's actually really difficult. Like, you need a team for this. Now, I do think these MMA fighters have enough resources to probably, like, I don't know. And then they don't get paid a lot too, so maybe they don't have resources to have people that you said provide you with professional resources. If you provide me with professional resources, dude, I'd be a monster. Yeah, you're a boss, Smitty. I've watched a lot of your Insta videos for a while, and I've learned a lot from your jiu-jitsu. There's so much more I could give you guys. I'm still learning my content, and I hate that. I wish I if I knew what I knew when I first started, I don't know where I'd be now. Like, it would be way vastly much different. But I figured all of this out by myself, you know? Like, even like a simple microphone. I don't know if you guys remember, but I had like a big microphone sitting right here. Now you don't see it. You don't see it there no more, you know? Like, it's just constant refinement. Everything is an art to me. Someone say, how tall are you? I'm like 5'7", 5'6", 5'7". I don't know. If I may ask, how do you pay your bills? Social media. Y'all'd be shocked. Social media, of how I converted money from social media. And I'm still learning how to do more. And it's crazy, to be honest with you, that I have not really converted like I could. I've converted enough to get by, but now it's time to convert it to where, because I should have been way more successful than what I am. But I just, like, I like fighting. I'm very content where I'm at. But I think, like, something recently happened where I realized at this point, I gotta get more. And I think, like, actually the next topic was learn how to flip a loss. Learn how to flip a loss. So we're gonna move to that. Learn how to flip a loss. Let's talk about that. You know, like, see, for me, I was content with the way my life is going. But as a man, you need motion. Okay? You need motion. You need like, when you start dealing with certain women, you know, and stuff like that, there's two things I'm starting to believe as a man you just need. As, like, everyone's like, oh my God, women's never satisfied. They're satisfied. It's really simple. You need resources and you need emotional intelligence. That's it. You need resources and emotional intelligence. If you have that, she'll always stick around because you keep her busy. But we're gonna get these resources real soon. You said, I feel like content can bridge that gap. Yes. What martial arts do you do? The martial arts that I do is goddamn Muay Thai, Jiu Jitsu, MMA itself. I do boxing. I do everything. Goddamn, I'm a mixed martial artist. Yeah, I do everything. Yeah, editing, scheduling, posting, knowing the times, and watching the algorithm. Content creation is a lot. Yes, and people don't know that. People are just sitting back doom scrolling, and they're just like, oh, like this is easy. It's not a real job. But this is why now you guys are starting to see a lot more AI pop up because it's so easy to hear AI. It's really annoying actually, but this is why AI is popping up because the AI itself is doing everything quickly, and you don't even have to have a voice anymore. You just have this little annoying AI voice that does everything. Um, the best thing you could do is give inspiration to young people. Yep, yep. That's the best thing you could do. Someone said, "Bro, how can I have a strong personality? I'm only 5'5". You need a personality. You need a personality. What are you talking about? I'm like 5'6", 5'7". Everyone always tells me that like when they first see me, like if you really first meet me, I do not look like if I'm chilling, I look uninteresting. I look very uninteresting. But this is why I said communication is a martial art. But I studied magnetism. I studied charm. I studied there's all these psychological things that you could do to make yourself the tallest in the room. You get what I'm saying? Like having you don't know how many times I sat in the mirror and made sure that I could smile properly. Because guess what? I do not have a perfect smile. I have an underbite. You get what I'm saying? Like you gotta like you like I don't know, man. Communication is a martial art. You need personality though. Even if you're tall, you need personality. Someone said flip a loss. You said my friend just signed with one and he's undefeated. I just looked up your page. He's nowhere near as popular as you. It's the marketing though. It's like, but also what people don't know is I was the first to post sparring footage online. A lot of this stuff that these martial artists do is because I did it first. They were mad at first, but now they all do it. It's crazy. I'm like, little. But yeah, we're gonna get to the flip a loss. We're still on that topic, but I'm trying to catch up with you guys' content. You said I feel like you can go for oh, you said I feel like you can go far in the jiu-jitsu space too. Your videos are unique and you have cool no-gi outfits with crazy skills. That's exactly why I've been getting into drawing. I want to create my own rash guards. I really do. I feel like jiu-jitsu has been mishandled. I feel like we need core. I mean, some people don't like the superhero theme, but there's other stuff you could do. Um, there's so much stuff that you could do with jiu-jitsu. And it's a money-making machine. But I would love to I think like the fashion sense is lacking in jiu-jitsu because you need yeah, you're cool on the mat, but we need stuff that's cool off the mat, right? I don't want to give there's like this idea that I have, and I'm not gonna say it out loud, of the aesthetics of how jiu-jitsu could look cool, off the mat, but I don't want to give that away because that's that's $1 billion idea. And I've been trying to, but anyways. I feel like you can get some big matches. Imagine UFC Jiu-Jitsu debut. The problem with me is that I haven't been doing like big jiu-jitsu competitions. That's one of the biggest criticisms a lot of people have for me. They're like, "Oh, I don't see you in the scene." But then my rebuttal is, "Okay, but where's all the jiu-jitsu guys that are hopping in the cage and actually showing their jiu-jitsu style transition into jiu-jitsu?" I don't see many amateur jiu-jitsu guys like public as I am and open as I am, with all your footage sitting right there, jumping in the cage and doing what you predict you're gonna do. I don't see it. So my destiny is a little bit different, but I do want to go high in jiu-jitsu. I study jiu-jitsu every day. I just started teaching jiu-jitsu at my gym now. So now I'm studying jiu-jitsu more, which I'm happy about. I'm studying MMA and jiu-jitsu. So it's fun. Y'all gonna see me there. I promise you guys. I promise you guys. You guys are gonna see me on the big stage. As long as I'm breathing in this life, you will see me there. Trust me. You said you have videos. I might make a YouTube channel. I study various arts, but I focus on combat principles and train to be a professional fighter. Just look at my long form videos. Look at the shorts. Like you'll see me. You'll see me squabbing. Can you beat Brock Lesnar in a wrestling match? Hell no. Absolutely not. He too damn big. That's why your videos are important. You defeat large opponents through technique and determination. Exactly. And preparation too. I think, like I said earlier, I think, well, I didn't say it here, but preparation is a superpower. If you do martial arts, preparation is the real superpower. Like we just had like this long talk. It was like a long talk that happened in my MMA gym. One of our guys, he had a fight. Like he fought a month ago and he lost, and he like really he hyped himself up. But his problem is that he's a good fighter, but his mentality is like not there. You get what I'm saying? And we was although it was so crazy to listen to other fighters besides myself talk about the importance of visualization. And to me, visualization is a part of the preparatory process. That's why I said the importance of dieting in martial arts. Like the foods you eat, the way you train by yourself, not just in the gym, but the homework you do by yourself, all that matters. The preparation matters, and the visualization, all of that matters. So, you say you love the draw. Yeah, I would love to see you guys. I would love like one of these days. Just give me time. I'm figuring all this out by myself. One of these days, I'm gonna get more connected with my audience. One of these days, everything's gonna make more sense. And maybe, honestly, it doesn't have to be 5 years from now. It could be 6 months from now. But I'm gonna figure it out for you guys. I literally live. I remember back in 2023. I was talking about this on TikTok. Like I was looking for like a reason to live at one point in my life, right? But then it kind of came to a point where I kind of realized like there is something that you need to do on this earth, right? There is don't live for your purpose, not for yourself. I know that sounds crazy. Live for your purpose. That's what I told myself. Live for your purpose. You have something that you're supposed to do. And I believe I was blessed with clarity and timing. So I cannot leave this planet until I do what I was supposed to do. And that's what I live. That's what I live for. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like the more I talk to you guys, someone asked me on TikTok, like, what's your reason why? Like, why do you do this? The reason why I got into martial arts originally was petty. I was trying to spite my ex. You know what I'm saying? But over time, martial arts, like my fans, me trying to prove with my fans, like my fans believed in me, and I'm like, all right, like I think you could do this. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go there for you. Like when I first started, people was like, I want to see you in the cage. I said, I'll go there for you. We're in the cage. Did it, Some people's like, I want to see you in UFC or one championship. I don't know where it's going to be, but I'm going to go there for you, So that's what we're doing right now. You say, if you don't know, you're going to make more money outside fighting than in it. Exactly. Especially if you're paying your bills now with social media. We are poor in fighting. Yeah. I think that's where a lot of envy came from with some of these guys, because like I haven't been on a big stage, but I developed a big following. But I'm like, at the end of the day, I was telling my dad this. I said, I asked my dad, I was like, when it comes, when these promotions post these fights, I said, what do you think is the most important thing? And he was like, oh, like the fighter and this and that. I said, no, it's the money and entertainment. That's the most important thing to these promotions. It's all they care about. So as a fighter, it's not about, it's about your skill. It is. It truly is. But you have to develop a following. any of you guys that are fighters, you don't have to like, if you're not trying to do this professionally, disregard what I'm talking about. But if you want to do this for real and you want to be true to this, we are in the 21st century. You need to develop a following, or at least put yourself out there, show what you're doing, or talk about this stuff. You have value. You might not be like, I don't know, maybe not the best of something, but there's something valuable about you that you deserve to share with the whole community that we need to hear. You said that's the core of martial arts, demonstrating that learned skill is real. Yep, that's why that's one thing I love. You said, "Where's my gym?" I train at Uprise MMA in California, SoCal, Los Angeles. You said, especially UFC, BJJ, they want people with a lot of followers. You are in a good spot. Well, I need to just get my skills up. That's it. There's certain, like, the person I would go against is like a Mikey Musumeci. You get what I'm saying? And Mikey, like, the thing about sport jiu-jitsu, of what I hate, of what it's evolved to, is leg locks. Like, everyone is so addicted to leg locks, So me, it's not that I don't know leg locks. I think it's visually boring. So I've been studying guard passing like heavily for the past, like, I think, we might be coming up to a year of the amount of guard passing I've been studying. Guard passing, people don't know, but it's very, very deep. So that's kind of like I haven't, like, it's not that I need to memorize it. It ain't enough. Like, because these guys are stallers. Like, you got to understand, the reason why jiu-jitsu is so boring to watch is because a lot of these guys are stallers. And what I want to do is I want to impose my will, but there's just a couple of things you got to know if you want to do with it, and you need to be a master at it. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. Like, I'm good, but I'm not good enough to. Let me reiterate that, because people might not get it. I want to dominate. I'm not good enough yet to dominate. That's what I'm saying. I'm good, but I want to dominate. I want to call something out and do it for the fans. But if I go against like someone like a Mikey Musumeci, I can't call it out. Like, I'll compete with him. It's gonna be back and forth. But, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I want to dominate. So that's kind of where it's at. That's what would make this really. That's what would make jiu-jitsu exciting. Someone said, "I wish you the best, man. I watch you here and there sometimes. First time hearing you talking while you're planning to be a UFC fighter." Yeah. Appreciate you. I hope my personality is infectious. I hope it is. Do you think starting jiu-jitsu at an email gym is good? Or do you recommend going to... What do you mean by that? What do you mean by email gym? You go to a jiu-jitsu specific gym. What do you mean by email? Oh. You said, do you think starting jiu-jitsu at a MMA gym is good, or do you recommend going to you should have both? Well, do you want to do MMA? Because if you want to do MMA, I think learning wrestling at an MMA gym is better. But if you're just doing jiu-jitsu, you need to go to a jiu-jitsu specific gym. You said, I'll be looking out. You should be trying. I've been planning on doing some drawing streams. I have been planning on doing that. Give me some time. You're going to see it this year. I'm marking that down. You're going to see it this year. I'm going to have drawing streams too. Let me see. That's exactly how I feel. The hard part for people is finding that purpose. Yeah. You said, oh, man, I have no idea. What's good, Ghost? You said, I have no idea what I'm supposed to do on this earth. How old are you? I am. You know what? I've said it multiple times. I'm not going to say it. Yeah, hearing your mindset is pretty cool. I just usually watch you choke people out. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, though. Like, I need to talk to people more. People tell me that all the time. They're like, you need to talk. Like, you like talking, but you're not promoting it. I'm just like, I'll be busy. But, like, if you want it, you're going to make time for it. You get what I'm saying? If you want it, you're going to make time for it. Let me see. I feel like some money marketing and some design skills go a long way. Agreed. So many skills you can learn online now, but I guess that's hard when you're training nonstop. It's just like, That's crazy. That's such a good topic to talk about. Like, so I like studying poetry, art, music, and I even do rapping and stuff like that, right? But sometimes like not like oh man, I just need an hour a day to like do that stuff, but sometimes I run out of time and like the day's over. Like the day is already over right now. I didn't get to do anything today. I got the live stream, so but I didn't get to yeah. It's hard to develop skills, you know. I've been studying coding too. I've been studying coding lately. That's one thing I've been pretty keeping up well with. I want to create an AI. Um like I want to yeah, I can tell you guys that one. I want to create an AI. I had you want to know something crazy? I had a dream like it was a couple this is what made me start like coding immediately. Like it just felt like a wake up call. I had a dream about like every hold on. That felt good. So if you guys don't know, sometimes we talk about a lot of science fiction in my lives. Like I haven't been consistently going live, but we do talk about a lot of science fiction sometimes. And so we get very nerdy in here. That's the fun part. We can talk about like we can talk about toxic exes and we can get ignorant and then we go into sci-fi and stuff like that. But the point is I had a dream that I guess I don't know what happened. Like I frozen like it was like 50 years or something. And I woke up like me now 50 years from now, right? And phones were replaced. Like the way you know how we walk around, we have phones in our hand. People weren't using phones anymore. They had glasses on. And it was and like there was a world and there was an AI in the glasses, right? And I'm like, oh, what the hell? You know, like no one uses phones, like, and they said phones weren't allowed anymore. And so in this future, everyone was walking around with glasses on. So like I woke up and I really, really thought about that. I was like, you know, back then, I'm sure like in the 19 was it's 2026. So I'm sure in 1926, everyone had newspapers, right? Think about it. You would have a newspaper on you all the time, reading. They probably wouldn't have imagined us having something like this. So a world where phones got replaced and everyone's using glasses, like that's not far fetched. And then like 2 or 3 or 4, like a month later, like shortly after, suddenly I heard like it was when who was it? I think it was Meta. They revealed that they had AI glasses, and I just felt like I saw the future. At that moment, I was like, I need to know how to code. At that moment, I said, it's gonna be like 10 years from now. I need to know how to code. I need to be able to develop my own website. I need to learn Python. I need to know that skill set. And then I also saw that there's news of, oh my God, yeah, y'all I am a nerd with this shit. I pay close attention to AI. That a lot of these like young men are falling in love with these AI chatbots, right? So you're gonna have a future where people are gonna be dating AIs, like oh man, it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm sorry, I'm going slowly with y'all reading y'all comments and stuff, but that one got me. It like now you wanna know what's crazy with these glasses, not the dream, like these new glasses, and that's how I know this is real, that it could happen. You could have the glasses on, someone could start talking, and it makes captions above their head. This is not fantasy. This is real. I watched it. I saw a demo of that. I was mind blown. I was like, you're telling me that now it's going to get to a point, you have some glasses on, you can go to a foreign country with those glasses on and talk to someone, and it's going to listen and make their, like, it's going to be like, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's insane. You said someone just needs to Find a really good counter style to it and be successful is hard, especially when there are leg lock masters. Oh, that's going back to the Mikey Musumeci thing. I just think jiu-jitsu specifically has we have a leg lock problem, but and that's what's slowing the art down. It's not even just that, it's that these guys are not entertainers. They're weird. It's not like a lot of these dudes at the top are strange. You said, man, you're so smart and realistic. I'm happy I found this. Thank you. We spoke about purpose in one of your previous streams. We did. We did talk about it. It's just that I need to I need to be consistent because like a lot of them gems that I talked about, they get lost in translation. You get what I'm saying? If I was consistent, then people would be able to go back and they would be able to like hear the gems because there's so many gems we talked about, and it's just, you know, it ain't being talked about. I love Nogi Judo. I love Nogi Judo Jiu-Jitsu stand-up. I think Jiu-Jitsu has its own stand-up style now. It's kind of interesting. That's always exciting. Think Cade Rotullo and Takis. But oh yeah. Yep, exactly. Bryce Mitchell ducked me in a rap battle. That's funny as hell. Wish you trained. The positivity is key. Okay. Thank you. Developers are buying Mac Minis to ruin open claw employees like crazy. That's funny as hell. You said you code for a living and started my own business. I'm trying to get into robotics and other ventures. I have ideas for the future, trying to remove the phone from us. Exactly. We even have a coder in here. So you know, like there is a silent race for someone to replace the phone, and it blew my mind. It was so hard for me to really realize that. I was like, one day, like people are not gonna have phones in their hand one day. Like the way we do this, it's not gonna be like that. You're gonna have people like, that's the thing. You're probably wondering, well, how do you scroll? They have like this little like this. This is real life, by the way. It was in my dream, and then I saw like it in real life. That's why I feel like I was like that's prophecy. But it's like a glove, and you like do this to make like it's like a mouse or something with your hand. Crazy stuff. You said there'll be other wearable tech. Bro. You said, what are we supposed to do about this shadow government doing all this crazy stuff behind the scenes and rumors of human sacrifice and reptilians? You know, I'm gonna tell you like this. This is what I think. And then, because I was supposed to be on here, I was supposed to be only on for an hour, but we're off. But this is getting so good. You wanna know something crazy? I think the truth is stranger than fiction. Okay? Everyone wants to believe that there is, so like for example, they said with the I don't even know if I could say his name, but the island stuff, the files, right? They were saying that there was a woman who was screaming in Mexico saying, "Oh, they're sacrificing the children. They're doing this to the children." Like it dealt with Epstein, right? But no one's fact checking it. I fact checked that, and that was actually that incident happened with a woman claiming George Bush was doing human baby or sacrifices or whatever, right? But that myth went into the Epstein stuff, right? So, like, people are not fact checking, and when I say the truth is stranger than fiction, what I'm really saying is I think it's very simple than that. I think these guys liked getting a hold of young girls, right? And fornicating with them. I think it's that simple. I don't think all the sacrifices everyone's saying, I don't think that was happening. Like I even heard someone told me like, oh, like in the files, Trump, like what did he say? Like it was like he was with like a 14-year-old girl or something, and he threw her baby in the ocean. I looked it up. I was like, okay, I'm gonna fact check that. There was no story about that. It's all made up, you know? So I just think like these dudes are pedos. That's what I really think is going on. And there's some guys that don't want to be outed as one. And yeah, and they're covering it up. That's what I think, if you ask me. You said so cool. You said technology is crazy. I love technology. I love technology. You said so it's cool. You're saying the same thing because we're thinking the same. This I'm telling you, man. It's the way. Oof, the way it's about to go. What AI is about to do, and then I don't even know. I think like what I really want to see that I'm probably going like I would probably like right now we have tattoos, right? Like everyone's doing tattoos. I'm waiting for cyborgism, meaning like someone chops off a limb and puts like and replaces it with like tech. There we go. But like they were. Am I freezing? Yeah, we're freezing. I'm gonna end the live because now we're freezing. Yeah. All right, y'all take care. I love y'all. Y'all be fine, man.